keep your head down and work hard is probably the worst piece of advice online coaches and business owners can ever receive. But I don't blame you for believing or for taking this advice. This is what we were taught since we were young. Work hard and you'll be successful. We talked about that in last week's episode, part 1 of this mini-series, all about how to work less in our business while making more. And we talked about the idea that working hard and working long does not automatically equal being successful and making more money. Because if this was the case, then there'd be a lot more people who are successful around us. But let me ask you another question. What does hard work even mean to you, and how do you measure it? I mean, how many hours do you need to work before you consider it hard work? Is it 10 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours, 20 hours? Do you even know? Probably not. But if you continue believing this, then you might find yourself 2-3 years from now exactly where you are. Maybe a little bit more tired, but exactly where you are, and we don't want that to happen. So what do we need to do to work less while making more? This is what we're talking about today, again, in part 2 of this mini-series. If you missed the first part, I suggest you go back and watch that one and then come back here and watch this one. Hi, I'm Munna. Welcome back to my channel. Very happy to have you here. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe to get notified every time I release a new video. In part 1 of this series, I shared with you 2 of the ways that have truly helped me work less while making more. But even more importantly than both of these things is this feeling of freedom and ease and joy that I started feeling in my business versus the feelings of overwhelm and chaos and confusion that I was feeling before. The first way that I shared with you is to create a content strategy. We talked about the importance of creating consistent, high value, high quality income, and we want to avoid this feeling of waking up in the morning and wondering, what should I talk about today? So we talked about the importance of creating a strategy that makes sense so that your content flows, it's cohesive, and it saves you a lot of time. The second way that I shared with you is to create and to offer group coaching programs. With that, of course, because our topic is saving time and making more money, obviously you'll make more money through group coaching, but we also talked about how valuable group coaching is for your clients, how they will get value from watching other people being coached, how they will feel more accountable to other people in the group and not just the coach, and how you will create this feeling of community within this group. Today, we're going to talk about 2 more ways that have changed everything for me, honestly, and I hope they will change everything for you if you really hear them, if you accept them, and more importantly, of course, if you implement them. On to the third way, and it is to hire help. I know you probably feel a little bit of resistance. I feel you. I felt this way for years. And I thought in the past that because I wasn't making enough money, that meant that I shouldn't be hiring people. But I now understand that it was because I didn't hire people that I wasn't making money. Do you see how that works? Let me explain. I was finding myself, like you're probably finding yourself, doing everything in my business, every single thing, posts and social media and YouTube and posting and writing the emails and editing the videos and doing literally everything, which left very little time to actually focus on the income generating activities because I was so busy being busy without really thinking about the big picture and thinking about the things that will bring in income to me, because I just kept myself playing small and doing all of the small tasks, and things really started shifting when I started outsourcing these things. So before you get scared, let me explain to you that you do not have to hire someone full-time. You don't even need to hire them for 10 hours a week. You don't need to hire them for 2 hours. You can just hire them per project. Let me tell you how. Right now, as I'm shooting this video, which I think is a high, what would we say? Like a task that is important enough for me as a business owner to do, because it's my messaging and it's a personal brand, so obviously it's my face and it's my words. This is super important. As I'm doing that right now, my virtual assistant, who is lovely, he's probably watching right now, hi Ralph, because he's gonna get this video from me, is editing my other videos. So instead of me spending hours in editing, Ralph, who is an awesome editor, video editor, is doing that for me. And my videos look better now, don't you think? I mean, go back to 20, 30 videos ago and tell me the difference between those videos and these videos. Not only do they look better, but I don't have to worry about it. I just send the videos as they are to my editor, and he takes them and edits them and makes them all nice and beautiful and uploads them to YouTube. And isn't that just so freeing? And I only have to pay this amazing assistant per hour or per project. And that gives me more time to focus on the things that will help me generate more income in my business. I know there's this fear of hiring people. I understand that. But I promise you, the reason that you are not growing is because you're keeping yourself busy with all of the small things. And if your to-do list is a mile long, how do you expect yourself to be able to attract new people to you and to be able to even sit and think big picture and think strategically when you're so busy with the day-to-day without having a long-term strategy? Another way that you can hire help is not necessarily just in your business. If you work from home, like I do, maybe part of the help that you need to hire is someone to look after the kids, someone to clean the house. Maybe you take your laundry to be washed outside of the house. So it's about putting in a little bit of money to give yourself some time and some freedom to work on your business. So when I talk about hiring help, it doesn't necessarily only needs to be business focused. It can be home focused. It can be child focused. It can be hiring a driver to take your kids around instead of you driving around and wasting 3 hours a day dropping off and picking up. Maybe you find someone that you trust to do that for you. Yes, it will cost a little bit of money, but time is money too. I mean, your time is so valuable. And as a business owner, as the person running this whole thing, running this whole ship, you cannot be distracted with a million things. Family, home, kids, work, all of these things. So I suggest wherever you can outsource, wherever you can hire, do that. Not only will this give you more time and hopefully generate more income because now you're focused and you're working on the activities that will bring in this money, but it also feels good to hire people and to give them money and to give them a better life with the support that you're giving them through the payments that you're doing. I hope this makes sense. I resisted this for years, so I understand if this is hard for you. And if you want to talk about ways in which you can hire people online, I can teach you all of that. We'll be talking about that in an 8-week program, live training with me and a small group of coaches, where I'll be walking you through a roadmap. By the end of this course or program, I don't want to call it a course yet. By the end of this program, you'll walk away with a roadmap knowing exactly what you need to be working on and what you need to be focusing on to grow your business while working less. And this is one of the most important ways. Get help, hire help, and save yourself a lot of time. The fourth way to work less in your business while making more is to protect your time and your energy. I think you know by now from what we just talked about and from many videos on this channel how much I value time, how much I value my own time, how much I value other people's time. And one of the most important things that I need to remind you of is when you respect your own time, you teach and you train the people around you to respect your time too. So when people think that they can call you at any point and you're always available and you always pick up and you'll always go help and you'll always be accommodating, then they get used to that. I'm not saying the people around you are mean or are using you or any of these things. All I'm saying is that when they know that you are reachable whenever they want, they will reach out whenever they feel like it. But when you start treating your calendar with respect and treating your time with respect, meaning when I say I'm working on this thing, I don't answer my phone. I don't accept dinner invitations. I take care of this calendar and of this time that I need to work on the thing that I promised myself I would work on. So protecting our time is so key. And I promise you, if you don't do that for yourself, nobody else is going to do it for you. No one's going to think, maybe I shouldn't call now, or maybe I shouldn't ask for help now, or maybe, no, people are not going to think this way. They're going to take whatever you give them. So I suggest that you create this bubble around your calendar when it comes to working on important things in your business. I talk about that a lot on this channel, also including like protecting the time with your kids and protecting your time with your spouse or with your partner. Protecting your time in general. Now, even more importantly than time is protecting your energy. Now, if your business is like mine, it means you are the face of the business. It means you're a personal brand, you're a coach. People need to see you talk, and they're gonna read your words and your blog and watch your videos and all of these things. And energy comes through these things. So if you're feeling down, if you're feeling annoyed, if you just had a fight with someone, I promise if you come and try to shoot a video like this one, the feeling and the energy will come through this video. So when I talk about protecting our energy, I mean, what can we do on a daily basis to try to help ourselves stay at a high vibe or high frequency? Because the higher the frequency, the better we can think. And with better thoughts come better feelings. And with better feelings come better behaviors. And with better behavior comes better results. So at the end of the day, the way that how my frequency is, what my energy is like, will affect everything in my life and will affect, more importantly, the end result that I'm getting in my business. So how can you do that? How can you protect your energy? It's going to be different for all of us. For me, some of the things that have truly helped me, and I'm pretty sure if you try them out too, maybe you already do them, you will find them calming, and you will find that they will bring you to a higher vibration and to a higher frequency within your energy. One of the ways is to exercise. This morning I woke up and I wasn't feeling my best. You know those days where you're like, blah, it's just blah, it's almost the weekend and I'm just ready to not be working and to relax. What I did is I hopped on a workout. I work out with my amazing coach online on Zoom with a group of people. And I cannot tell you the difference in my energy before the workout versus after the workout. I felt so much more energetic. I felt my feelings were better. My thoughts were clearer. Took a shower, came down here, and honestly, feeling so much better than I did this morning. If I had shot the video in the morning feeling the way that I was feeling, it probably wouldn't come through the same way it's coming through right now. Another way is meditation. And for those of you who are not used to meditating, I always suggest that we start with guided meditation. There's a lot of different free apps and paid apps that can help you. You just close your eyes and you follow the instructions, and within just a few minutes you'll find that you are feeling better. One of my favorite apps that I use is called Insight Timer, and it's free and it's amazing. You can just say, I have 5 minutes today, let me meditate for 5 minutes, and you choose what you're feeling, what you're trying to not feel, or what you're trying to feel. So for example, on the days that you're feeling anxious, you can type in anxiety and it'll give you all of the options, whether it's like 0 to 5 minutes, 6 to 10 minutes, whatever amount of time you have and whatever topic or feeling you want to deal with. Or on the days that you want to feel amazing, and you can type in happiness, you can type in positivity, you can type in high frequency. I literally type that in just to get myself to a higher level. So meditation is one of my favorite ways. A third way for me, and maybe it's also considered meditation, it's sitting by myself. I really enjoy time on my own. And I find that if I don't get that time with myself, if I'm very busy, if we're hosting guests, if there's a lot going on, I notice myself starting to feel triggered and irritated. So I bring myself to a good place by spending time on my own. And if I can't find that at home, if it's busy, then I'll go for a drive by myself. That always helps. Maybe that helps you too. One of the ways that's so important too is to not spend time with people who are low energy. This is kind of contagious, and people who gossip and want to talk about other people and want to talk to you about how expensive everything is, and complain about the weather and complain about their friends and complain. The minute you leave them, you'll notice how low you feel. So protect your energy by protecting your circle, by making sure that you're surrounding yourself by people who are more positive, and by being that person yourself. Catch yourself. When you start complaining, realize that you are bringing other people down. So protecting your energy is protecting it from the outside, but also protecting it from the inside out as well. So there you have it, the 4 ways that I have helped myself create more time in my life, work less hours while making more, and while feeling more joy and ease and freedom in my business. I really hope you enjoyed these 4 tips. There's a lot more to come. And again, if you're interested in getting on the early interest list and being the first notified when I open up the 8-week program that I mentioned earlier, where you'll be working closely with me and a small group of other coaches just like you to build your very own roadmap to growing your online coaching business, then you can do that by clicking on the link underneath this video. Thank you for spending all of this time with me, and I'll see you next week.